Welcome back. In this video, I will tell you about very rare and expensive stamps. Switzerland Basil 1845, 2.5 hour Dove of Basil, unused traces of original gum, Scott number 3L1 and Zumistine number 8. Large margins to just in with nick at the bottom just touching the frame lines, rich colors and clear embossing, small thin spot at the left. Very fine appearance, scarce unused example of the famous Dove of Basil. Tunisia 1902 25 cent on 15 cent blue double surcharge Scott number 28 variety and Vivat number 28A Mori number 28B mint never hinged incredibly fresh color on pristine paper fine and a tremendous rarity in never hinged condition and one of only few unused examples reported. Saint Pierre and Miquelon, 1942, 3 franc sepia FNFL overprint, Vivat number 271, Scott number 247. Not including the errors, this is the rarest stamp of the FNFL overprints. Of the 27 printed, 18 examples have been recorded, and of those, only 8 examples are never hinged. Saint Pierre and Miquelon, 1942, 35 cent green FNFL overprint, double overprint, Vivat number 254A, Scott number 230 variety, position 25, mint never hinged. Of the 9 printed, at least one used example is known. In regard to the number of examples printed, this is one of the rarest of the FNFL overprints, unlisted in Scott, in price €4,900. French Reunion 1938, 3.65 franc to 12.65 franc air post errors, Vivat number PA2 to PA5 and PA2 to PA5 varieties, with normal set and 9.65 franc in brown red and ultramarine, including all listed Vivat errors of value omitted. Well, Ubok 1894, 50 franc, red, violet and green, Scott number 64, Vivat number 64, mint never reached, huge sheet margin at the right. Other two sides large, marvelously fresh colors on particularly pristine paper. Highly select gem example of this scarce high value stamp which is rarely found in this outstanding condition. Catalog values are as hinged. Monaco 1919, 5 franc plus 5 franc dull red, Scott number B8 and Vivat number 33, mint never hinged. Well centered for this notoriously difficult stamp and brilliant color, highly detailed impression on pristine paper. Very fine and a difficult stamp to find never hinged and not terribly off-centered. Vivat price €2,430. Obi Sherry 1924 to 33, 2 franc green and red, double Obangi cherry overprint. Scott number 71 variety and Vivat number 61C. Lightly hinged, incredibly centered, bright fresh color on pristine paper. Very fine and choice. X wire signed Caleb's twice. Vivat value €1,400. Tunisia 1945 1.5 franc plus 3.5 franc violet unissued France air post with Tunisia overprint. More catalog number 288A. Mint never hinged, well centered bold color, well incised impression on fresh paper. Very fine and incredibly rare unissued stamp which Mori gives a designation of RRR. Somali Coast 1938 to 45 franc to 20 franc pictorials. Center omitted. Vivat number 167A to 169A. Mint never hinged, well centered, radiant colors on each, fresh and very fine. Seldom offered trio of these very visual errors with center omitted. Vivet price 1920 euro. Vivet is a catalog. Tunisia 1923 to 25 10C on 5C to 50C on 25C. Surcharges. Error. Vivet number 96A to 96C, 97A, 99A to 99B. Well, mint never hinged or lightly hinged, including double on 10C, 20C, and 50C, inverted on 10C and 50C. Wallace and Futuna Islands, 1927, 3 franc on 5 franc, red violet. Surcharge omitted. Scott number 40A, Vivet number 37A. Lightly hinged, bold color, very fine, with 2014 Behr certificate. Vivet catalog price is 350 euro. Stamp from Wallace and Futuna Island, year 1927. Well, Tunisia 1919, 30 cent on 35 cent, olive green and brown errors. Vivet number PA1A to PA1D, each mint never hinged, except double, one inverted is lightly hinged and signed A. Brun. Mostly well-centered group. Fresh colors, very fine, elusive group of the listed errors. Vivet price 1,290 euro. Well, Saint Pierre and Miquelon 1942, 25 cent to 2 franc, 3 franc on 2 franc postage dues. FN FL overprint, Scott number J42 to J46 and J46A. Mint never hinged, each with their position number including surcharge variety. Exceedingly well-centered overall, bright and fresh colors, beautiful set, print run as low as 216. Futuna Islands 1938, 35 cent Prussian green and dark green color. Error is overprint omitted. Scott number 53A, Vivet number 51AA. Mint never hinged, well-centered, strong colors, very fine X wire. And Vivet catalog price is 325. Scott retail as hinged, $200. Stamp from Futuna Islands. Somali Coast 1943, 20 franc green color, value omitted. Scott number 237 variety, Vivet number 247A. Impeccably centered amid balanced margins. Deep rich color on pristine paper, extremely fine, mint, surprisingly elusive error. Signed A. Brun and Calves. Vivet price 1,265 euros. Stamp from Somali Coast. Tunisia 1944, 1.5 franc plus 2 franc brown and 3 franc plus 4 franc red orange. Value omitted. Vivet number 246A and 248A. Lightly hinged, well-centered, bold colors, very fine. The value omitted is only known on these two denominations. And Vivet value is 560 euros. Senegal 1942, 100 franc, dark red and blue color omitted. Scott number C25 variety and Vivet number is PA30A. Mint never hinged, well-centered, deep rich color, pristine and fresh, very fine, quite scarce and visually striking. Vivet value is 1,150 euros. 1942 issue from Senegal. Saint Pierre and Miquelon 1942, 20 cent Mr. Brown and Lilac Brown, parcel post. FNFL overprint, Scott number Q5, position 20. Mint never hinged, magnificent centering and particularly wide and balanced margins. Only 240 were printed. Scott value as hinged $1,100. Well, our next stamp is from New Caledonia 1903. 1 franc bronze green on straw. Double overprint in blue and red. Scott number 80A, Vivet number 80B. Minor hinge remnant, well centered. wonderfully fresh colors, strong misplacement, clearly showing both overprints. Very fine, vivid price, 720 euro. Signed Rumend and Calves. New Caledonia, 1903 year, 2 franc red brown color postage due. Scott number J8, Vivet number TT15. Lightly hinged, large balanced margins all around. Wonderfully rich color on bright white paper. Very fine and choice. Only 300 were produced. Signed A. Brun, and the Vivet catalog price is 1,600 euros. Stamp from New Caledonia. I hope you liked the video. Thank you, and please subscribe to my channel.